The latest Blizzard's game, Overwatch, just like all other Blizzard franchises, is filled with Easter eggs and references to other games, books, movies or characters. My name is Ajantisa from Ajantisa Tavern, and in this video I will show you all the references to Diablo I managed to find in Overwatch. The first reference can be found on King's Row. On the right side of the attacking team's starting point, you can find a Fighters of the Storm arcade machine. It is an obvious reference to Heroes of the Storm, but we're more interested in what's going on the screen itself. Fighters of the Storm is a Capcom-style beat-em-up game, and characters displayed on the screen are Tychus Findlay from StarCraft and Archangel Tyrael from Diablo. The second reference to Diablo franchise can be found near the defending team's spawn point on the right side of the entrance. On one of the buildings you can find a banner Eberly & Sons. Nicholas Eberly is a senior artist at Blizzard Entertainment, and he is responsible for the design of Reaper of Souls main boss Malthael. Nick is a well-known person in Poland due to his visit in Polish capital Warsaw on the release day of Reaper of Souls. I was lucky enough to exchange with him some thoughts on his work, so if you want to take a look at the interview, you can find the link on the screen and in the description below. Next map is Hollywood. The first reference can be found just outside the attacking team's starting point. On the ground you can find Hollywood-style stars with names on it. One of them is Samuel Drest. His work is quoted in the description of two-handed legendary flail, The Mortal Drama. But that is not all. Opposite the attacking team's spawn point, you can find a Gallant's Hotel restaurant. Inside you will find several portraits hanging on the wall. One of them looks very similar to Crusader, the latest character included in the expansion set Reaper of Souls. The last reference to Diablo can be found at the very end of the map, just outside of the defending team's starting point. You can find a trailer with the name Tyrael on it. Well, it's either the name of the vehicle itself, or perhaps the Archangel found himself a new job as a movie star. Next one is Hanamura. Two Diablo references can be found in the attacking team's spawn point. Among dozens of arcade machines, you can find already mentioned Fighters of the Storm and also Soulstone Demon Slayer. Soulstone is an artifact created by Archangel Tyrael to prison Diablo, Mephisto and Baal's souls. Demon Slayer is strangely similar to Demon Hunter, one of the characters in Diablo III. On the screen you can also find three Diablo III heroes, a monk, a demon hunter and a barbarian. At the bottom of the screen you can spot a treasure goblin with his chest, and some monsters we know from the game are also visible. Watchpoint Gibraltar comes next with its abbreviation WP, often seen on walls throughout the entire level. It could be an overinterpretation, but it somehow coincides with the waypoints introduced in Diablo II and later implemented in Diablo III. But let's concentrate on one of the rooms where we can find several footlockers with names printed on them. Some of those names relate to Blizzard employees involved in the development of Diablo III and Reaper of Souls. The first one, Pinto, could be a shorter version of Matthew Payne Pinto, one of the game producers. But the name could also be found in the credits as environmental artist Helder Pinto, customer support representative Helena Pinto, and director of online video and content production Errol Pinto. Also, Paulo Pinto is listed as a member of Blizzard development family. On the same list we can find Bram Eulers, or whatever you spell this dude's name, and Philip Cleavestaff. Another name, Sparks, could be related to Casey Sparks from Blizzard's public relations department. The name can also be found on the list of Blizzard development family as Lee Sparks. The last name, Bowden, could mean Nathan Bowden, an environmental artist for Reaper of Souls, Jennifer Bowden from Human Resources Department, Bruno Bowden, a member of the original Blizzard North team which used to work on Diablo III in its early days, or Katie Bowden, whose role in the development of Diablo III remains unknown. Another map, the Mexican Dorado, contains one reference to Diablo. Among other traditional Mexican symbols, you can find several piñatas hanging in different places of the level. Piñatas are small containers from paper or cloth filled with toys or candies. You can find several such piñatas looking exactly like a smaller version of Diablo. After destroying them, you can have a closer look at Diablo's head along with some candies lying all over the place. But perhaps the most well-known reference to Diablo can be found on Route 66. In the Panorama Diner, you can find a strange check on the wall. The date on the check, May 15, 2012, is the release date of Diablo III. The check is signed by none other than Deckard Cain, and below his signature you can find a barcode. After scanning it with a barcode reader, the phrase "Cain lives" appears. If you take a closer look at other posters in this restaurant, you will surely find an advertisement for Diablo, a spicy sauce with Diablo's visage inside of a health potion. If you dig even deeper, you will find a picture of Crusader I mentioned earlier. Another reference to Diablo, this time not related to any map, is the character Roadhog. His chain hook looks exactly like a hook we all witnessed numerous times during fights with the Butcher, the final boss of first chapter in Diablo 3. And these are all Easter eggs and references to Diablo I managed to find in Overwatch. If I missed something, just let me know in the comments below and I will gladly mention them in this video.